Hey there, this is Chad Garber, and in this video I'm going to show you how to play Sweet Home Alabama on guitar. And so, it's going to be fun. If you like my videos, by the way, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you want to see more of them and if you want to make me smile, hit the subscribe button and then hit the little bell that, will give you notifications every time I upload new videos. There. So it goes like this. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. People, it's interesting because there's a lot of different people, a lot of different ways people teach to play it. To me, that was like by ear. I looked at some tabs and I looked just partially by ear. The tabs are pretty close, but I think but listening to by ear, it makes it even. I think it makes it clearer. So the basic chords you're playing on this song are D, C, G, and so the C is it's a C. But you do it like the G. Like you do the G, then you move up your pointer finger and your birdie finger to the. Well, you put up your birdie finger to the 3rd fret of the A string, and you take your pointer finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the D string, and so you play that C. Your pinky, your ring finger stays on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your pinky stays on the 3rd fret of the E string. So it's like a G, but it's a C. You know what I'm saying? So it's C. That's really the basic chords. And so the first time you're gonna go, you're gonna put your hand in the D position. You're gonna pick down twice on the D string open. Okay. And then you're gonna hit the B. You're gonna hit the B string and then the G string while you're holding the D. Okay, and then you're gonna go to the C chord I talked about, and you're gonna hit the C by picking down. So as far as picking, so you on the first one on the G, on the D, you do D the D open twice, picking down, and then you pick the B and the G picking up. Okay, and then you're gonna go to the C chord I talked about, and you're gonna go. You're gonna pick down on the C, on the 3rd fret of the C. I'm sorry, on the 3rd fret of the A string. Then you're gonna pull up. You're gonna pick up on the open A string, and then you're gonna pick down on the 3rd fret of the A string again. So it's. And then you're gonna do then you're gonna pick those same. So you're gonna do that. Pick down. The way I hear it, and this might not be right, but the way I hear it is actually doing it sounds like it's doing the open A, pick down, pick up on the open A, pick down on the 3rd fret of the A. So pick up on the open A, pick down on the 3rd fret of the A, pick up again on the open A, and then pick down on the 3rd fret of the A. So to me, this might not be right, but in my mind, in my ears, it sounds like there's 4 picks there. And that might not be right, but that's how I do it. That's Chad Garber's version. Okay, so and then you have your you pick up on the B string and on the G string, and you have your you're still in that position, right? And so you should have your ring finger over the 3rd fret of the B string, and then the 3rd fret of the G string should be open. So it's and it might not. That's how I'm going to teach you. That's you know, if I'm wrong, you can just not do that part. So then it goes. Then you open up you pick up on the A string open, and pick down on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Yeah, twice. So. That time when you go, you pick the open G only once that time. Once then you hit it, pick it again, and then you do the next part, which is open A, hammer on the 2nd fret of the A using your birdie finger. Okay, then you I pick up on the D string, open D. I pick down on the 2nd fret of the D string. I pick down, like I said. Pull off from the 2nd fret of the D string to the open D. I pick down on the 2nd fret of the A string. And then I just pick down on the G string, on the 2nd fret of the G string, and I pull off to the open part of the G. Is that right? Doesn't sound right now, but I think it is right. That's right. Okay, and so okay, so that's the first little phrase, and it goes back to the, when it gets back to the G, and it does the G, the double pick on the low E, 3rd fret of the low E, and it goes back and it does the open G again this time. Instead of going to it goes to this. Okay, so all that is might even go, I think that's right, the bend wise, but it just goes, basically I use my pointer finger to hit the 2nd fret of the G string, and then I pull off to the open G string. And then I use my ring finger to hit the 3rd or 4th fret of the G string, and then I pull off back to the open G string. Did I say D or D? Yeah, this is on the G string, okay? So 2nd fret of the G string, pointer finger, pick down, then pull off to the open G. Okay, second, then I use my ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and then I pull off to the open G string again. And actually, when it does the pull off, when I do the pull off for the first one, so I do a pull off on the 2nd fret to the open G, but then I also pick the open G one more time after that, pick down. Yeah, and then it goes, and then it picks the, and then it goes to the 4th fret of the G string, and then open to the opened G, and then it hits it twice. And then you just hit the, and actually what I do is I take my pointer finger, and the first one I do on the 2nd fret on the G string, but I just move it up to the 4th fret. And do that. And the bend is just kind of a weird bend. It's a weird bend. So. You gotta listen to the song. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. You can just go. It might sound better without doing the bend. Or. I don't think you can do a whole bend. So, okay, so that's the second time. So the first one is, second one is, maybe you just do it. You can do a vibrato if you want to. All right, and so, because that's that first part. So that's pretty much the first part. And you can alternate between, you know, a lot of times it does this part. And there's other nuances that he does. Stuff like that. So you can just, you know, but this is the basics, okay? So here's the basics. And then it does the next part, you know, again, but sometimes it'll go, as it goes on, it does, rather than going, it'll just go. So again, you can kind of use creative license to kind of play however you want to play it. So then it does the next part, which is all you're doing there. Why can't I see my guitar on the screen? That's bugging me. All right. So all I'm doing there is you're on the A string, using my pointer finger on the 5th, 6th, 7th fret. I do a chromatic 3 notes, chromatic scale, 3 steps, 3 chromatic steps. How about that? I'm basically doing the. So I pick down on the 1st fret of the 7th fret of it, and then I hammer on using my birdie finger to the 8th fret, and I hammer on using my ring finger to the 9th fret. It's a good exercise, by the way. Alright, so anyway, so it does that. And then then I use my pointer finger and put my finger over the 5th or the 7th fret of the D and G string. fret. Hits that twice. What I do is I strum it down once, picking down, then I strum it up. Because you're going to go back down. Then you're going to go, once you go. Now, again, this is a little bit different than I've seen other people teach it. Like Marty teaches it just a little bit different. Marty Swartz, he's a great teacher. But he teaches this a little bit, he does this part a little bit different. But this is just the way my interpretation of it. So it's, so you do a hammer-on pull-off on the, you put your ring finger on the 9th fret of the A string and then pull off to the 7th fret of the A string. Actually, I do on this part. I do both of them strumming up for some reason. And then I go down to the 5th fret, and I do I pick on the 1st fret, the 5th fret of the A string, and then I do a hammer on the 7th fret of the A string using my ring finger. And then I do, I use my pointer finger to play the 5th fret of the G and D string, of the D and the G string. But it doesn't have that middle part. This one's just, this is just, but the first one had that. And then it goes back down, just like the other one did. Up, 2 up strokes. Hammer on pull off from the 7th to the 5th fret on the A string. And then it goes back on, the way I do it is you put on the, you put your pointer finger on the 5th fret of the E string, and then do that chromatic scale again, those three chromatic steps. And so you do your pointer finger, then you hammer on using your birdie finger, then to the 6th fret. So you pick the 5th fret down on the low E. You hammer on with your birdie finger on the 6th fret, and then you hammer on with your ring finger to the 7th fret. And then you pick down and pick the 5th fret of the D string. What I do is I hit the A open, and I pick the A open, and then I pick down on the 3rd fret of the E string. So it's. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I don't hit the open A. I hit the open D. At least, like, I think I just figured that out, actually. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah. So when you hit the D, then you just hit the D open and go to the G, the note, the 3rd fret of the E string. So it's. Alright, so that's pretty much it. And then there's other parts, but the chorus is, See, it does do that. So that's it. I think that's everything. I mean, there's more to the song, but again, this is just the basics, the basic structure. You know, you can get away with playing that song with the band just like that. Although you have to learn the guitar solos, which is a whole nother lesson. Okay, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you want to make me smile, subscribe. If you want to get notifications every time I upload something so you don't miss anything, hit the little bell button, and I will see you later.